Hey family, it's Getty here from Not Finished Yet, coming back with another video. I was just at the YMCA. Well, first of all, let me say it's a lovely day today. So I'm outdoors on this lovely day, but I was just at the YMCA, originally known as the Young Christian Men's Association or Young Men's Christian Association. Forgive me. So Young Men's Christian Association. I was just there. They call it the Y. They just call it the Y now. Um, but it was known as YMCA as an abbreviation. And if you don't know what the YMCA is, it's a place where you can have all different types of recreational activities of like exercise and stuff. Like they have machine rooms for like bicycle machines, treadmills. They have a swimming pool. They have like a sauna, steam room. They have weight rooms. They have other general studio rooms for like dance sessions and athletic courses and stuff. So I was there. I got my Y membership, and I was in the sauna at the Y just a little while ago, and in the pool area where the sauna is, um, they have this box that says "Lost and Found." And you might know what a lost and found is, a lost and found box or a lost and found bin. A little place where certain buildings, places might have a lost and found because it's a public place. A lot of people frequently visit. They might have dropped something, they might have left something behind, they might have lost something. Something could have fell off their person. So they have this lost and found bin I see at the pool area. And for some reason I never quite fully realized the power of this lost and found thing. This whole thing of a lost and found box or a lost and found bin. And I didn't think too much of it before, but I started to meditate on that, and I realized, I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting because it immediately made me think of God's Word. It made me think of the Bible. It made me think of certain things that are written in the Bible about being lost and then being found. It reminded me about my salvation, about how I was lost. I was lost in this dark, cruel world. My soul was lost, and then I was found. Jesus pulled me out. He rescued me. I was like that one sheep that left the flock, and Jesus came after me and brought me back in. So I started to think about this, and I'm like, well, if someone loses something and they see what they lost in the bin, that means that it has been found. So if they're seeing what they lost in the bin, then it has been found. So whatever is in that bin is really not lost. It was once lost, but now it has been found. So everything in that bin is now redeemed almost. It's like it's now found again. It's captured. It's brought into possession. It's not missing anymore. It's not out there. It's not a mystery what happened to it. It's found. It's found. So when you think about a lost and found box, you know that anything that is in that lost and found is essentially re reestablished. It's found. It's been it's been found by someone, and now it's in that box. And if you're seeing it, it's no longer lost. So that's good news. That's good news. But there's a verse in Luke, I think it's chapter 15, verse 24, where it's talking about the prodigal son. And it says, "For this my son was dead, but now he is alive. He was lost, but now he is found." All right? So the prodigal son was dead. It's almost like he was dead in his trespasses, but now he's alive. He was lost in the world. He was lost in the fulfillment of all his pleasures and sins, and he went out there to get his fill in the world, and he spent all his inheritance money, and he partied it up, and he was lost with that, but now he has been found. He has been redeemed. He has been reestablished. He's been set again on solid ground. That's what the words lost and found reminded me of. And I wonder why I never thought more deeply about the term lost and found before. Because when I took a moment to ponder on it a little bit, I started to realize, like, wow, that term lost and found can be related to the Bible. We see a biblical picture with that term lost and found. And it's beautiful. You want to be found. You don't want to be lost. You want to be found. You want to be captured in the arms of your maker, your creator, the captivated by grace, held by God. You want to be found. You don't want to be out there wandering about, lost with no direction. It's just, it's not fun. It's like a ship without a sail. It's like trying to get somewhere without a compass. You have no map. You have no idea what you're doing. I mean, it can almost seem like there's some kind of excitement to that, where it's like, oh, well, it's going to take me somewhere new. There's a mystery about where I end up. But, if you don't have any kind of um, intention, instruction, in direction lined up for yourself, you could wander into some treacherous places, and you don't want to be that kind of lost. You know what I mean? But some people like think that being lost is kind of um, you know electrifying in a way. It's kind of, it brings some kind of mystery and excitement, and I can see where they're coming from with that. But you start to find out that when you stumble into dangerous places and you start doing things that you wish you hadn't, and you're just in a messy situation, you start to realize, like, it's better to be found. It's better to be on the right path. It's better to be on the right track than to be just lost, lost out there. Some people use this term lost in the sauce. Just being lost in the sauce. You don't have a care in the world. You're not concerned about the people around you. You're not concerned about how your choices affect others. You're just lost. You're lost, and it's generally not a good thing to be lost. You don't want to be lost. All right? You want to know where you're going. You want to be in the right place. You want to be on track. Because if you're lost, then that's a problem. It's almost like an alarm is going off. It's like, well, I need help. I need somebody to tell me where to go because I'm lost. Like, I need some directions here. So you might ask for some directions. You might ask for some advice. You might ask for some help, some assistance. Um, but when you're found, when you're set on the solid rock, when you're like the prodigal son who comes home, okay, you're walking into a better place. You're starting to get closer to God. You're staying close to God where you need to be, and you find out that that's your shelter, that's your refuge, that's your high place. Being close to God is going to sustain you for everything you need in the present and the future. All right, the past is gone, but God provided for our past. He got us through the past. He got us through what He had to get us through, but now He's going to provide every moment until our life comes to a finish. And that's good news. That's hope right there. There's hope. There's hope in the lost and found. All right, when you find what you were looking for, when you go to that lost and found bin and you say, oh, well, I dropped my keys, or I lost my wallet, or I had a piece of clothing that I really liked and I left it here. I just found it in the lost and found bin. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. You feel good about that. So it brings on that feeling of hope. You feel good about finding what you had lost. That's how God feels about us as His creation, as souls. We're souls, we're spiritual beings. We have souls, though. So, but when a lost soul is found, when a lost soul comes home, God feels good about that. When the lost one is found, when the lost sheep is found by Jesus Christ, another one is saved. God feels good about that. And it talks about in the Bible, in God's Word, that the angels actually rejoice in heaven. They rejoice in heaven over a sinner being saved. So, our source for life is found in God's Word. It's found in the people that have come before us with great wisdom. It's found in the people in our life now, in the world around us, who add value and add some kind of stepping stones, and they pull us up and they reach out a hand. These are great men and women of God, these great influencers created in the image of God, to help us on our grand journey. So there is good news when you are found. You might have once been lost, but now you are found. I know that I was once lost, but now I have been found. So I am found. I am found. It's good to be found. And the great thing about this, when it comes to God, when you get found, you don't have to become lost again, all right? God keeps us close. We don't have to go out there and be lost anymore, all right? We have been found and we can stay found, but we need to stay close to God. When we try to go our own way, we could end up lost again. So we have to be careful about that. But, if you don't treat your possessions carefully, if you don't keep a watchful eye over your possessions, you might lose it again. The thing that you once lost, you might lose again if you're not careful. So we have to be wise. We have to be good stewards. We have to be thoughtful. We have to watch over ourselves and our actions and our possessions, okay? The things that God has blessed us with. All these things play a part. But this whole concept, this whole idea of once being lost and now being found has biblical principles, all right? There's biblical wisdom in that. That you were once lost, but now you have been found. I was once lost, but now I have been found. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's good to be found. It's good to be found. God bless you guys. I hope you got something out of this video. I really just poured my heart into this, and I'm grateful to share this message with you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments. Um, God bless you, and may God's grace be with you. Peace.